Okay, we're going to cover static electricity and magnetism in this video. Number one, what do oppositely charged objects do? Opposites, what do opposites do? They attract. Remember, opposites attract when it comes to charges. Okay, what do same charged objects do? So if you have, well, let's discuss this. If you have a positive charge and a negative charge, those are going to attract. All right, they're going to pull towards each other. Same charges, so if you have a positive charge and a positive charge, those two are going to push away from each other. They're going to repel. Okay, same thing if you have two negative charges, they're going to repel also. Okay, if I hold a negatively charged object near but do not touch a neutral object, what happens to the electrons in the neutral object? Okay, so we did a interactive with an aluminum can and a rod, a charged rod. There was a negatively charged rod and a positively charged rod. If you did not do the aluminum can interactive, then you missed out. But you got to see what happened to the electrons in the aluminum can when you held a charged rod near it. And if you held a negatively charged rod towards the aluminum can, then the electrons moved away to the far side of the can. Okay, away from the negatively charged rod. And if you held a positively charged rod near the aluminum can, then the electrons move towards the positive charged rod. Okay. If I hold a positively charged if I hold a positively charged object near but do not touch a neutral object, what happens to the electrons in the neutral object? I just drew that right there. Okay, got ahead of myself. So that's the answer to this one. Sometimes we brush our hair. Sometimes when we brush our hair seems to stand towards the brush. What causes this to happen? Well, we're stripping electrons either off of our hair or off of the brush, and we're causing a charge on the hair and a charge on the brush. And if they're being attracted towards each other, then we have we're causing a positive charge on one of those and a negative charge on the other, and they're being attracted to each other. Okay, so if they're going towards each other, they're being attracting, which means one has a positive and one has a negative. All right, let's discuss magnetism. What will the following magnets do? Well, these two magnets have two north poles facing each other. They're like poles, so they are going to repel. They're going to move away from each other, push away from each other. What will these magnets do? We have a north pole and a south pole. Those are opposites, so they will attract. They will pull towards each other.